Hello, welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a great week. Let me know in the comments if you can see and hear me. I think you can. I'll just wait a couple of seconds and verify. Hello, welcome everyone. You can hear me. I verified it. Happy Sunday. Big changes going on in the villages today, all week long. Thanks for joining. Craig, thanks for joining. Sam, we're going to try to keep you awake today. Yes, we have to keep it exciting. Keep your eyes open. Lots of things to talk about. Loud and clear. Awesome. Very good. We are going to talk everything villages. Good evening, the villages prophet. Good evening to you. Good evening. Did you close on your house yet? When are you going to close on your beautiful home located in the village of Oak Hollow? There is a lot of things going on. First question I have is, are they ever going to sell these designer homes here in Oak Hollow? Are they ever going to sell them? Is anybody going to buy these homes? Here's a Mockingbird that's on sale right next to the power station. These are kind of interesting homes right here. I think they're kind of like the clog that's blocking up the drain right here. I wonder what they're going to do with those homes. Those have been somewhat of a sore spot, I think, for the village. 5 days. 5 days till closing. Are you going to move in right away, or are you going to delay movement? Or are you not going to move in right away? Who wouldn't be excited to live here? Who would not be excited to live in this corner house on a corner lot? Very unique features. Are you going to paint your driveway? It's one of the first things villagers do is they paint the driveway, the epoxy, the garage floor, and then they get landscapers in. It's another thing they do right away. But usually painting the driveway, before you move in, I would recommend you paint your driveway and epoxy your garage floor. Because once you get oil stains, they're hard to come by. Those are light gray cabinets in this house. And 2 pendant lights. What happened to the third pendant light? Maybe the island isn't big enough for 3 pendant lights. I did notice in some homes they're only putting 2 pendant lights in though. What's the deal with that? I want to know why they're only putting 2. Prophet, your side here is big enough to have us. Yeah, he's going to have huge side yard. You're going to have a big yard. That's going to be a big yard, Prophet. You're probably going to end up paying only maybe $75 a month to have somebody mow it. Are you going to mow it yourself? That's the question. Or are you going to be one of those rare, what I would call 1%ers, 1% of the villagers? They want to mow their own lawn. Are you going to be a 1%er? I would like to know. We are in town to close, then heading back north for a few weeks as our home is. Oh, that's the time you might want to have somebody epoxy your garage floor. The 2 weeks you're back in wherever you are in New Jersey, think about having somebody epoxy your garage floor. So when you come back the second time, everything is finished. $1984. Okay. Good choice, because I pay $50 a month. I have a patio villa. I can't see where it'd be more than $75 a month, because the lawn services in Florida are really inexpensive and there's thousands of them. So they're all competing. Why mow it when it's, Yeah, $80 a month. Okay, 75, 80. That sounds right. It's happening November 17th. UMO. Craig, you're a one percenter. You're a one percenter, Craig. There are very few people that mow their own lawn. And my lawn is St. Augustine grass, and it's really squishy. And because the villages builds their homes with stormwater management in mind, my patio villa has a fairly steep slope. You combine the steep slope with the squishy St. Augustine grass, it's an ankle breaker. How do you not break your ankle? That's my question. My doubt I'll need my zero turn. Oh, you have a riding zero turn lawnmower. Wow. Did you ever do a payback calculation on that? Let's say you spend $3,000 on a lawnmower. What is the payback? The payback is quite a long while, isn't it? So if you do $3,000, what's the payback on a $80 a month? So just do a simple payback calc on that. It's quite a bit. So if you do, I don't know, how much is a lawnmower nowadays? $5,000 divided by, it would take you 62 months to pay it back at $80 a month. If it's $5,000 for the lawnmower and $80 a month, so 62 months. And because I'm a business guy, our business decisions and capital expenditures would always dictate if it's more than 36 months, don't do the capital project. That's what I was trained in business school. 62 months, $5,000, $80 a month. I always thought it was epoxied, but I'm not sure. Last stitch of carpeting is getting ripped out a week from yesterday. Oh, that's right. And you're going to put the same composite plank flooring. Are you going to put composite plank flooring in? Or are you going to put waterproof in? They're telling me that this is not waterproof flooring. It's composite, but not waterproof. When I put a new floor in my home in Wisconsin, I was really anal. I wanted to make sure it was waterproof because we had a lot of snow and rain up in Wisconsin. So let me know what your thoughts are. What is this? You're taking out the carpeting. Let's see where the carpeting is that Craig, that the Prophet is taking out. Here's a nook space with a window. That's good. Let's see where the carpeting. This carpeting is now going to be taken out of the primary bedroom. It's actually very nice carpeting. You should live with the carpeting for a year and then replace it. What's your thoughts? It's actually beautiful. It's neutral carpeting. It's some of the nicest carpeting I've seen, Prophet. I think you should keep it in there for a while. Light gray cabinets. I do like the brushed stainless hardware. That's a nice look. Subway tile. Do you like this tile? Subway tile in a shower. I'm not sure I like subway tile in a shower. I like the bigger squares. Let me know your thoughts. To me, subway tile belongs in a kitchen and a backsplash on a kitchen. I'm kind of an old-fashioned guy. Does subway tile work in a shower? That's the question. There's carpeting in your closet. I think you should keep just one little piece of carpeting in your home, just as a reminder. You have a cathedral ceiling in your bedroom in the front of the home. That's nice. And this home, that bedroom is facing south, and you can see all the sun coming in. That window is facing south, and you have a northwest facing lanai. Here's the same subway tile. I still think that belongs on a kitchen backsplash and not a surround. What do you think? Prophet, you bringing all of your brown furniture down? You have an acre? Oh, you have an acre. Oh, how much would it cost to mow that? Did you ever get it priced out? I bet you it costs $120. You think it's better to rent a home out furnished short term or unfurnished long term? It depends on if you like furniture or not. You need furniture. Some people can get by without furniture. If you're one of those guys, then rent the unfurnished one. Retirement is not about business. There is more than analytics. But you're talking to a business guy. I started my YouTube channel because of uh, I wanted to teach people about the bonds and the pricing and the costs. It's the premise of my channel. Nope, it's a goner. No carpeting. Come on, just keep a piece of carpeting in your closet for good old time's sakes. Buy carpet. I still can't believe why the Villages is still putting carpeting in the homes. There's so many people that don't want carpeting, including myself. Why are they still doing it? I know it's less cost. Again, it's cost based. The reason the Villages has put carpeting in is because it's just less cost. It's a lot less expensive than tile. That's why they're still using it. You'll keep one swatch. I'll tell you what I did with my old carpeting. I'll give you a good idea. When I took the carpeting out of the home, I cut like small squares so I could put it underneath like my couch, the support for my couch, so it wouldn't scratch my waterproof floor. And that's what I did. I just cut little squares of your carpet and then put it under your couch posts so they don't scratch your floor. And it's easier to slide your couch around. That's what I think you should do. North carpeting. The Saginaw is on a 0.21 acre lot, which is about 9. Yeah, that's a big lot for the Villages. 0.21 acre lot. Winslow. In a way, it's magic carpet because it's about. Does the Winslow have a golf cart garage without? So you haven't told me about the subway tile. Do you like the subway tile in the shower, or does it belong in the kitchen on a backsplash? So this has a really deep garage too. So the question is, you have all the garage space. Will you have availability to rent a piece of your garage out to somebody like me who doesn't have enough garage space? Again, very nice home though. Very, very nice. You're going to have to manage cinch bugs though. Maybe Tim can check it out on the Katy Lane in Well Point. It has a 1-car magic show. Where's it? Katy Lane in Well Point. Katy Lane in Well Point. Let's look at Katy Lane in Well Point. Katy Lane. All right, here's Katy Lane. Which one of these homes is it? This Winslow or this Winslow? Oh, this Winslow. Is it this one? Here's a Winslow. It's a corner lot. You want this Winslow here? This one here does not have a golf car garage, this Winslow. It's only a 2-car garage. Let's see if this Winslow. Only a 2-car garage. Not enough garage space. If you're spending that kind of money, friends, if you're spending $500,000 on a house, you need a golf car garage. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. Don't spend $500,000 and not get a golf car garage. Yeah, here. One of the garages is deep, 22 feet deep, but it's only 2 car. It's not enough garage for that kind of money. That's my opinion. Right here, what is the price? Oh, we don't know the price of the home. But you do have Winslow's down here in the Landon Villas. I'm sure you have a Winslow, Bristol, Charlotte. This Bristol, now this Bristol is the one you should buy. 2-car garage with a golf car garage. And it has a northwest facing lanai. If you're looking at a home in this price range, this is a Courtyard Villa. This is the one for you. It's in a fairly decent location. Why wouldn't you want to buy this Winslow or this Bristol? This is the one you want. It also has a very deep garage, and it has the 2-car garages deep. So you're getting a lot of garage space here. And the garage space from my old building days is the cheapest space of the whole house to build is the garage. It costs very low cost per square foot to build a garage. It's the cheapest part of the home to build because it's just a box. So if you're designing a new home, the cheapest part of the home to design and expand is the garage. You just put a little more concrete in, and the roof trusses might get extended like a foot. So the garage is the cheapest area to expand on a home. If you're building a new home and designing it with the villages, just bump out the garage. That's what I did on one of my homes in Wisconsin. I made my garage a foot or two wider and a foot or two longer. I kept the home the same, and it didn't cost a lot more. Let's look at this Bristol. This Bristol is nice. It's in a fairly good location. See, north-facing lanai. You see it's all shade. You see that? And this is the reason. You sit in the shaded spot, and you look out north, and you look at the sun burning holes in your grass. This is a house. This is a good one. The north-facing lanai. There's your shaded lanai. I had some people say, well, they want sun to beat into the lanai. I said, you don't want the sun to beat into the lanai because that sun is going to heat this concrete pad, and you're going to be sitting here, and you're going to feel the heat radiating off that concrete pad. It's going to be like sitting in a sauna. So I'm stressing, get the north or the east-facing lanais, and then look in your yard where the sun is shining and the birds are singing. This is a nice home with a 2-car and a golf cart. That's the home you should buy if you're interested in a Courtyard Villa. That's my opinion. Yeah, with the subway tile, you have more grout lines. And those grout lines get dirty over time. And if you want to repair those or clean those grout lines, it's going to take a lot longer to clean. That's my point about subway tile. There's just way more grout lines. And you could spend a lifetime with a toothbrush trying to clean all those grout lines. That's why I like the larger tile in the shower. No, the other one. I'll look at the other one. It's a 2-car garage. Yeah. I busted them out. Oh my God. I'm just saying, if you're spending $500,000, get a golf car garage with it. I thought having a separate, smaller door makes it a golf car, but what do I know? They do make homes with 1-car garages. There is, on rare occasion, homes built with a 1-car garage where this golf car garage door is wider. It's slightly bigger garage. They do build some homes like that, but not many. Saginaw is a 3-car. Is it really? Is the Saginaw a 3-car garage? You might be right. Okay, we're going back over to the Saginaw. Let's look at it. And we'll look at the floor plan too. They don't have, oh, here. Yeah, it is. That is a one-car garage. For sure. The Saginaw comes with the one-car garage, and then you verify it on the floor plan. It's 11 feet 6 inches wide by 22 feet. Even the golf car garage is deep. So it's 11 feet 6, and then you go up to the Bristol here, and you look at the golf car garage, and this is a golf car garage. And it's only 9 feet 4 inches. So you're talking 2 feet 2 inches wider for a single car. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. And then this one also is shallow. The other one was 22 feet. This was 17. So it's quite a bit smaller. Yes. Depends on the door. Yes. And sometimes it's really hard to tell because of the angle of the pictures. It's hard to tell. The floor plan is, we almost bought a Tranquility in Well Point. They are quite nice in our opinion. A Tranquility, yes, they are nice. That's one of the larger floor plans. That's the Isabella Garden Villas, right? You're talking Isabella Garden Villa. Some cottage homes and patio villas have one-car garage. Yeah, they actually consider them 1.5. Oh, some have a one-car garage. Yes. Most of them have a 1.5 car, but some have a one-car garage. So if you're looking at a cottage home, like this Paradise Found, I think this is actually considered a 1.5 car garage on this Paradise Found. If you look at this, it's a 1.5 because it's a little wider. Tide pool. This might be a one-car garage. Can't call the floor plans up because my internet is jacked up. Yeah, some do come with a one-car garage, but it's usually the smaller, like Haven in the patio villa neighborhoods. It's like a Haven will have a one-car garage. Unless it's extra deep, then they call it a 1.5 car garage, but it's deep. You put the golf car in the back of the garage. Why do they have so many pictures? Yeah, here. This might be considered a 1.5 car garage because it's deep. A lot of pictures of nothing here in the villages. Yeah, this almost looks like a one-car garage to me. But they might call it a 1.5 car garage because of the depth of the garage. And that's painful to try to park your golf car in the back. That makes home buying in the villages. Hello, Craig. Spokane. Craig, the sailor, and Nicole, welcome. How are you? The Tranquilities are now being built in the Alex Villas. Really? Where are the Alex Villas? Where are the Alex Villas? I should know where they are. Where's the Alex Villas? I'm looking on my map. Oh, they are Unit 159 in LaGrange. So the Alex Villas are Courtyard Villas in LaGrange. And they are going to be up over here. Right in here. This is where the Alex Villas are going to be. In Edenfield. I'm sorry, Edenfield. Edenfield, not LaGrange, Edenfield. So you're going to have patio villas up in this corner, and then you're going to have courtyard villas here. And you're saying that they have garden villa homes in here? Interesting. Problem is, this is not going to be a great location next to the turnpike. I think this neighborhood is way too close to the turnpike. You're going to hear that turnpike noise. Keep in mind that you have an Oasis gas station, restaurant, 24/7 right in the middle here. You're going to hear trucks downshifting all night long. We are trying to figure out what to do in the backyard. Could build a replica of a Yankee Stadium. You put a swimming pool in. That's a simple answer. Giant bird cage and swimming pool. That's what people do. And if they don't do that, there's really not much you can do other than put Yankee Stadium back there, including Monument Park. Yeah, tide pool is a one car. Sorry you're late. Don't be sorry. Be happy. Hello, Craig. Hey, Craig. Prophet, then I'll put a replica of our Houston Astros stadium on your side yard. What about the Milwaukee Brewers? Come on, where's your love for the Milwaukee Brewers? Yes, it is really close there. Please include Tal's Hill. I'm not sure what that is. No, I think, yes, it's in Edenfield. Yes, it is, including the flagpole. Thank you. Yes, Tranquility being built at Alex. It is loud. So you've been there. I can see where living on this corner is going to be loud. I'm surprised they would even continue the garden villas. Nothing the low sales ring. Well, the Tranquility, and what's the other one? They're like 1,900 square foot. Those homes sold fast in the Isabella Garden Villas. Those larger 1,900 square foot homes sold really quickly. So I could see them building those again because they sold. They actually sold really good. The bigger models, the Tranquility and the, I forgot what was the other model. Serenity, small model, small model, small model. The Oasis is the other large model. It's the Tranquility and the Oasis. This one has a swimming pool. I think I did a video on this one. I'm pretty sure. So the Oasis is one of the larger ones, 1,900 square foot, and that's similar to a Tranquility. These homes sold. The only problem is it doesn't have the golf car garage. Although the garage is extra wide and you can easily put a golf car in, it'd be nice to have the separate door for the golf car garage. Yeah, see? It's extra wide. It's only 21 or 20 feet deep, so the garages are small on the Oasis. So the Tranquility, do they have any? I doubt it. Serenity, 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 Oasis, Serenity. So these are all small models, all 1,500 square foot. Those did not sell. People don't want a 1,500 square foot home, especially if they're paying close to $500,000, because those, you know, you're talking like when they first came out, these Serenities, they were like $460,000, and nobody's going to spend that much money on a 1,500 square foot home. That's the problem with the Isabella Garden Villas. Nobody's going to spend close to $500,000 on a 1,500 square foot home. Now they will spend $600,000 on a 1,900 square foot home, and that's what they were doing with the Oasis and Tranquility. They don't sound very tranquil. Not very tranquil. We should do a live with some co-host on site with Sam and Craig. We could actually do that if they had good internet connection. I have software. The software I'm broadcasting on, I could actually invite a guest and we could have split screen. So if anybody wants to do that, you'd have to have really good internet service on your phone, but we could actually do that. We would have to arrange it. I would send you a link to my live stream, and you tap the link and you join, and it would be like a split screen guest. That'd be awesome. And I've already done live streams when I was in the villages, walking around on the street. And usually the internet is pretty good in the southern part of the villages. I was having a hard time doing live streams on my phone in the northern part of the villages because the internet's not that good. But down in the Eastport area, the internet was good. You should be able to walk around with your phone and do live stream. Oh, I can't wait to hear what Prophet is going to tell us about the pickleball court noise. So, new to the channel, thanks for joining. My name is Tim. I provide you with villages related content. And here we have what is this neighborhood called? Oak Hollow Veranda Homes East neighborhood, I think it's called, right? And then here we have 6 pickleball courts right here. We have 2 tennis courts. Don't forget your bocce court and your shuffleboard court. Also, don't forget about the family swimming pool right here. Lots of families, lots of snowbirds will bring their families down and they'll run around with their children in the swimming pool. And then don't forget the golf club here. You're going to have golfers coming in and out of here. They're going to be showing up at 5 a.m. and they're going to start golfing. And they're going to come in there with their gas-powered Yamaha golf cars that have a broken muffler, and they're going to come ramming through there and noises. And they're going to be in there at 5 a.m. and then they're going to be here on the chip and putt course, wherever that is. I'm sure there's going to be a chip and putt nearby. And then we're going to have somebody sleeping in this neighborhood here trying to snore. He's going to be snoring at 5 a.m. And then he's going to be listening to the car doors open. Some of these people will drive their cars down because people in the Brownwood area, they're going to want to come down and try the new championship golf course. So they're driving the car, and then the car doors will be slamming, and they're going to open the car door 16, 20 times and slam the car doors to get the golf clubs out. And they're going to be right here. They're going to park here way on the other side by the edge by Craig Court, and they're going to park their car there and open the car doors 1,000 times, and they're going to slam it. And then the question is, do the individuals in these homes, do they hear that or not? Let me know in the comments below what you think, what's going to happen there. Milwaukee can stay up north, and there's just for that, I'm going to go and get my Milwaukee Brewers hat. I'm going to wear it for this live stream. Not only is it a Brewers hat, it's a retro 1980s Brewers hat. We're going to wear this for the live stream today. Go Brewers, go. Tal's Hill is a Minute Maid Park reference, old school. I didn't know what that meant, but thanks for explaining it. The Tranquility sold out. Yeah, it did sell fast. Again, it seems like any home with 1,900 square feet sells. It's automatic sale. It's the sweet spot in the villages. Every villager wants a 1,900, 2,000 square foot home. Maybe I was thinking of the Botanical, which is the one that, yes, Botanical has no entrance from the garage into the home. You have to walk outside. Those homes are not selling. That's for sure. And the Botanical model, going back to the Isabella Garden Villas. But keep in mind, the Isabella Garden Villas is the only series home that I know of that has no carpeting. You won't find carpeting in the Isabella Garden Villas. So here's the Botanical. Again, it has a 2-car garage with a really wide extension, but there's no garage door. Let's look at the floor plan if it comes up. It does come up. So here you're in the garage and you're parking your car, and then you're walking over here and you're opening up the hinge door, and this is all open garden view. There is a roof over your head, but this is outside. You're walking outside, and then you open the door into the kitchen area. But there is no carpeting. And for the villagers who up until a couple of years ago were purchasing homes with laundry in the garage, and there are a lot of people who own homes with laundry in the garage. And every time I ask them, I say, don't you find it to be warm standing in the garage doing laundry? Oh, no, that doesn't bother me. I love it. Just, for those people in that mindset, I don't understand why this home didn't sell, because there's so many people that have laundry in their garages. So walking from the garage to the home, you're talking maybe 20 feet, 15 feet. To me, it's not a big deal. My laundry's in my house, and I would never have a laundry in the garage, but I wouldn't hesitate to walk from the garage to the home 15 feet. There is a roof over the head. It's not like you're going to get rained on. I don't know what the aversion is. It just seems contradictory to what the Villages has designed, and people have been buying and saying that they didn't mind, and that's the laundry in the garage. This is far better than having a laundry in the garage, because you're only going to be walking through here for like 3 seconds, where if you have a laundry in the garage, you're out there for minutes, hours, sweating. But here it's just a few minutes. It's just 3 seconds. So I still don't understand why they don't sell. Maybe what I'll do is I'll wait for the prices to come down to next to zero, and then I'll buy a botanical. Oh my God. Yes, yes, that's true. One of the Trinquilas has a pool. Yes, I did a video of that last year, about this time last year. It is small pool, but there was no shade there. It was right on the corner too, right on the corner of the swimming pool home. Was this one here? I think it was this corner home. I think it's the corner home or the one next to it. But it's right on this busy corner. I am not a busy corner kind of guy. I try to stay away from the traffic. I'm trying to seek peace and tranquility when I live in the Villages. And you're going to find out when you get to the Villages, there's very little peace and tranquility. There's just lots of people everywhere. And that's why I'm saying you're going to do yourself a favor if you find a neighborhood that has peace and quiet. And I think the only neighborhood that I see right now in the Villages that I consider peace and quiet is this WellPoint Veranda Homes South neighborhood. I think you're going to have peace and quiet, especially on this street here, Don Eileen Terrace. I think this is going to be the quietest street in the southern part of the Villages. And those who buy homes on Don Eileen Terrace are going to be happy people. I think all these other neighborhoods, busy neighborhoods. You're going to have very few people walkers walking their dogs through here. Yay. All these other neighborhoods are going to be busy. You're going to have people walking around. They're going to be walking their dogs through there. They're just going to be driving their cars just to look. They're going to rubberneck all in through these neighborhoods. That's what's going to happen. This neighborhood is going to be shielded from that a little bit. It's going to take time, effort, and energy for people to find their way back in here. And we all know people are not going to take their time, effort, and energy to get back in here. This is going to be the best neighborhood in the southern part of the Villages. That I am going to go on record and say. But you might have some decent neighborhoods down here. Might have some good neighborhoods there. To be determined Tim, did you watch the videos I suggested in the comments from the video released this morning? I just watched the gold wingnut video. He just released one a few hours ago. It's an update video. It's 41 minutes. I only got about 10 minutes into it, but it's a good video. It really is explaining where the village of Long Prairie is going to be right in here. That looks like an awesome place, and I've gotten some people sending me emails about Long Prairie, and to be honest with you, I didn't know where it was. But the village of Long Prairie is going to be, I believe, now in District 16, I think, and it's going to be located here off Marshbend Trail and Bexley Trail. It's going to be east of Bexley Trail. And check out the video. I think that Long Prairie is going to be a pretty good place to live because it's going to be far enough away from the turnpike. It's going to be far enough away from County Road 470. You're going to want to stay away from the turnpike. You're going to want to stay away from 470. You're going to want to stay away from Central Parkway. And Long Prairie is going to be right in here. I think that's going to be a great location. That's going to be a really good location. And that might be open by May, going back to my video I released yesterday. What neighborhoods are going to be open in May? Question is, who knows? It depends on how fast all these other homes are selling. How fast are these homes going to be selling? That depends on what's going to be available for May. And right now, I don't think these homes are selling that fast. I have all the pending home sales yellow dots on the map. I'm not seeing a lot of yellow dots. I see a lot of patio villas. I see a lot of designer homes still for sale. I'm not sure Long Prairie is going to be available by May yet. Maybe it might be. But this right here, as I started off the live stream, this Oak Hollow area is a thorn in the village's side. These homes are not going to sell. They're not selling. They're going to be the new Isabella Garden Villa, thorn in the side, lots of inventory. I think that's going to slow down sales, slow down the release. I don't think the villages is going to release as fast as they used to. So it's starting to get into the soft market, slow sales, undesirable neighborhoods is all starting to converge, and it's going to affect the future of when this stuff opens up. But when it does open up, I think Long Prairie is a great location. And if you watch his video, the gold wingnut video, you're going to see a lot of retention ponds, a lot of water down here. And that's what I've been telling you people. The southern part of the villages is essentially a wetland area or a quasi-wetland. There's a lot of water, lots of retention ponds. That means fewer houses per acre. That means fewer people paying in maintenance assessment fees. That means maintenance assessment fees are higher per household. Water retention ponds cost a lot of money to retain. The villages pours lots of money to maintain those water retention ponds, especially the weed control. So you're going to have higher costs down here because there's just more water to maintain. Those costs are going to be compounded by fewer homes because you can't build homes on water. So there's going to be fewer homes that's going to converge, and you're going to have higher maintenance assessment fees per household. That's one of the reasons that the villages is going to a prairie concept in terms of how they want to decorate their villages here. They said that they're going to go to more of a natural prairie look, less flowers, less palm trees. That's all in anticipation of trying to compress and hold maintenance assessment fees down, because they already know in the future, they're already looking 5 years into the future, and they're looking at this area in the villages in the south. They're saying, wow, there's a ton of water we have to maintain. We know it's costly to maintain it. That means that we can put fewer houses in, and we're trying to keep those maintenance assessment fees reasonable. So they decided to go to this prairie concept. where they're planting less flowers, just more prairie grass, which is cheap to put in. You don't have to maintain it. You don't have to cut it. Flowers, you have to change out every 3 months. The village is putting flowers in. They're expensive. So that's all in anticipation. So check out the Wingnut video. You're going to see a lot of water retention ponds. It's going to be a gorgeous area to live in. You're going to have a lot of opportunity to buy new homes with water retention pond views. I think it's going to be an awesome place, but it's going to be expensive to live down here. So that is my view on Long Prairie, and that's going to be located right here. I think it's going to be one of the best areas to live in. I do think that Long Prairie is going to be awesome to live. Might even be better than Water's Edge because it's far enough away from the town square. These areas here, like when I'm thinking about Lake Sumter, I'm thinking about the village of Charlotte, I think it is, which is like 5 minutes away from Lake Sumter Landing, and everybody wants to live in the village of Charlotte. I think that's what it's called. When a home opens up for sale in the village of Charlotte, it sells like that because it's actually within walking distance, a 10-minute walk of the town square. It's within a 5-minute golf cart ride of the town square, but yet it's far enough away that you're not going to get all the craziness, all the traffic, all the noise of the town square. That's why I think Longview might be your sweet spot right down in here. I think Water's Edge, some of these homes are actually too close to the town square. You're going to have people coming into the town square and they're new and they don't know where the town square is, and then they're going to be driving through and milling through these neighborhoods just to see what it's like. So if you're living in this area, I think you're going to have a lot of people just milling around, driving their golf carts through, driving their cars through. They're going to get lost. But if you live down here in Longview, that's going to be less likely to happen. A podcast. Yeah, we could do a podcast. I have broadband and we do it from my laptop, which is a super heavy gaming. Oh, that's what I have. I have a gaming laptop. That's what I'm broadcasting on. That would work, Craig the Sailor. But do you have cellular Wi-Fi for your laptop? I have broadband. Okay. So that actually would work. The more I research the pickleball situation, the more I'm encouraged. It appears it will be 25 decibels indoors and you know the decibel range. These are only projections, not a real world. Okay. Well, you're going to have to do, because you can get something for your phone, and when you move in, after you move into your home, stand on the outside of the home and do a decibel reading, and then go inside and do a decibel reading. And then I don't think you're going to hear the pickleballs when you're in your lanai that's facing northwest. I don't think you'll hear it. Or if you do, it'll be faint. But if you're in the front of your home, you're going to hear it. Where's the bedroom on your home? Is your bedroom in the front of the home? I hope it's not. If your bedroom is in the front of your home, you're going to hear pickleball courts all night long. Let's see where the bedroom is on the Saginaw. Oh, your primary suite's in the back of the home, behind your garage. So you shouldn't hear pickleball noise while you're sleeping. I wouldn't think. Maybe. You will be back. Okay, as I said, if you don't like it, shrink them in. Yeah, that's true. I think he'll be fine. In the back of the home, he'll be fine. In the front of the home, he'll hear something, I think. I love the great feedback on the noise down there. It isn't like the awesome, ridiculous of other YouTubers. I'm the realist YouTuber. We are moving around the corner. Oh, congratulations. Matthew is your neighbor. Matthew Hager, the doorman. Congratulations. Sometimes the positivity of those guys makes me... And now you know why I don't watch those other YouTubers. I'll catch a gold wingnut episode here and there, but the other ones I just don't watch. I can't handle it. Too much awesome. It says way too much awesome. I think my over-the-top positive in that pickleball noise. No, I think you're fine, Prophet. In the back of your home, I think you're fine. In your lanai, you'll be good. In your bedroom, primary bedroom, you'll be fine. If you decide to sit in the front of your home, you probably are going to hear pickleball noise. Yeah, if you decide, because there is a small seating area here, let's say, for instance, that you want, to watch the sunset on a cool spring or winter evening, and you decide to put your chairs out here, Prophet. We're going to enlarge this picture. Prophet is deciding that he's going to sit here, this southern exposure. Him and his wife are going to set 2 chairs out here in the evening. You're talking 5 o'clock at night. Maybe you even barbecue or something there, and you want a quiet, tranquil evening, and you sit here. You're going to hear ginik gana, ginik gana, ginik gana, ginik gana, ginik gana. But in the back of your home, I don't think you'll hear it. I really don't think so. Or it'd be very muted if you do. What's this? They want empathy only. Touchy-feely, huggy-feely. I guess we could rotate the composting between the Prophet's house and mine. We'll wait for Craig's to buy something. Yeah, I'm open for it. If you guys want to ever do a live stream split screen, I got the software to do it. I got the technology. We could do it co-hosting. Yeah, I always can do a co-host because at some point Hi, J-Lo. Where have you been, J-Lo? No more comments on my videos, J-Lo. What's wrong with you? Comments help promote my videos, get more views. And J-Lo disappeared. Where art that pickleball? Oh my God. Brooksville is a lot closer than Southeast Asia. Yeah, I'm like 8,000 miles away. Rocking and rolling with the earthquakes. Have you heard about all the earthquakes we've been having here? My house in California, Magic Show, has laundry in the garage. But I have a door to garage from the house. Not that big a deal. See, there is your laundry in the garage. Not big a deal. But it gets a lot hotter in Florida and more humid in Florida than in Cali, I think. I'm just warning you ahead of time. In the garage, some of the things that you put in your garage will melt if they're plastic. I've already had things I put in my garage, and then the next day I wake up and it's melted. You cannot really put much of anything in the attic of your garage in the villages because they will melt. You have to put things that are non-meltable in the attic of your garage. It gets that warm in the villages. I didn't think so either until I put something in, my garage. I said, wow, I can't believe that thing melted. I would have never thought it would have melted. It was a dense plastic object and it melted. Hello, Sam. The new Tranquility in Alex Villas has a pool. Really? 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 Well, if anybody wants to take a short, like less than 1 minute video clip and email it to me, I'll include it as part of one of my videos. I'll give you credit too. We bought a Serenity. But if you do take a video on your phone, make sure you hold your phone this way so it's landscape mode. And then email it to me. I'll put it in my video and I'll make a video out of it. We bought a Serenity. Yeah, I think they're nice. Serenity. Suzette has been following my channel a long time. So Suzette has bought a Serenity Garden Villa. And we are looking at the Isabel Garden. Let's look at the Serenity. I like Serenities. I like, not the botanicals. Right here, not right here. Serenity, botanical. Well, there's not many Serenities left. There's only one left, and it's on McNeil Drive. So let's look at Suzette's Serenity. This one's open. Again, it has a very wide garage. Let's look at floor plan. Serenity, Serenity. So let's pretend Suzette's driving home from the town square. She's parking her golf car in the garage, open up the main door, and there should be space between your car. Make sure you pull your car in way up close to the front, and there will be enough space. You can actually drive your golf car inside here and park it over here. And then Suzette is opening the hinge door into the laundry space. And then there's a sliding pocket door, interesting, into the foyer. And then what? And then she's turning right into the kitchen. This is going to be like an archway. And then here's your long kitchen with a island. We're going to look at what island that is. If it's the steampunk island, the afterthought, or is it a real island? And then she's walking into this gray room, and there is a lot of light. And that's why I like these garden villas, because lots of windows, lots of large windows. I think they're floor-to-ceiling windows. I'm a big fan of floor-to-ceiling windows. That's why I love the Isabella garden villas. And there's no carpeting. And then we're going to pretend that she wants to go out on her lanai to have coffee. So she's opening a hinge door, and then she's sitting here. And then the question I have for Suzette, are you going to put screens in? Are you going to make this bug free? Because there's going to be bugs here if you sit there in the morning with your coffee. So you might consider putting screens in your lanai. And then back of the home, a flex room. Do you have a flex room? And that's the other thing I brought you, that some of these garden villas will have a flex room. So you have a bedroom, primary bedroom too, and this flex room is essentially like a bedroom. It's not considered a bedroom because there's no closet, but some of the garden villas have a flex room and some don't. And then she's walking back the hallway. She's peeking into the flex room where she has her art studio, but she doesn't want to do art. So she goes back to the primary bedroom, and then she washes up. She has a sliding pocket door on the bathroom, 2 sinks, large shower, and a hinge door on the walk-in closet. And then 1,507 square feet. I think that's a good size home. Lots of villagers, the first home they buy is that 2,500 square foot designer home. And then they downsize to a 1,900 square foot designer home after a few years. And then later on, after 10 years in the villages, they say, why do I need a 1,900 square foot home? I don't do entertaining anymore. I'm having a hard time walking. I don't want to clean a big house anymore. I want to downsize to this 1,500 square foot home. That's kind of the natural progression that villagers go through. They start off big and they gradually downsize. So let's see this garden villa home. So here, put some screens in there, Suzette. You'll be happy that you did. There are bugs in Florida. Although the Villages does a good job of fogging, and you will hear fogging trucks drive through your neighborhood. In my neighborhood, they come around at about 10 p.m. 10 o'clock at night, I'll be watching TV. It's dark out, it's quiet out, and then I'll hear a driving by, and I look out, and there's a white pickup truck, a small one, with a fogging machine spewing fog out the back. They're fogging for mosquitoes. And they do that maybe once a month, something like that. Here. See, you have transom windows, lots of light. That's what these garden, and here, this is what I like, the floor to ceiling windows. And then the walls that don't have windows, they got transom windows in. It's a real island. So it has a real island in it. You have natural gas. So this is the brand new home, Serenity, that's Suzette. It has tray ceilings. Again, the windows seemed extra big. And then no carpeting. Check it out. You see that, Prophet? She doesn't have to tear the carpeting out and put new flooring in. She bought a garden villa, and then you have quartz countertops. You have a tile floor. You have a tile shower. Let's see that shower tile. It looks like subway tile again, but it's a different grout. You're going to see the dirt in that grout more. And even in the closet, you have composite flooring. I love the garden villas. I do. Not sure I like the location of them on the busy corner, but I like the garden villas. Awesome home. It's all you need. If you're a minimalist, I'm a minimalist. If anybody didn't figure it out, I always lived under my means all my life. And I'm not a guy that wants to plow a ton of money into a home. We close on November 20th. That's the same time that Prophet's closing. Are you going to say hello to the Prophet? Prophet, when are you closing? If you're looking for peace, you should move on to the top of the world. Yeah, it might be peaceful there. You might be right. Because when I was there, it was quiet. I mean, there was nothing going on there. I did a video there about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and there was nothing there. There was really no trees. There was no people. I was looking around, where are all the people at? There was a lot of homes. It was really, you're right, it was quiet. It's out in like horse fields west of Ocala, Florida. I'll be honest with you, when I was there, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. It's like, oh my God, I can't spend the rest of my life here. That's what I was feeling on top of the world. I'm in a place where there's a lot more people than even the villages. We're actually thinking about our pre-owned now. Might not be bad. Originally, we were looking at a sycamore or a kingfisher. There's a ton of sycamores and kingfishers. If you're looking for sycamores and kingfishers, there's a ton of them in Water's Edge, actually in Shady Brook. I wouldn't buy pre-owned. If you're looking for sycamores and kingfishers, I'd be looking at new. Bam, right there's one. Oriole, kingfisher, another one. Kingfisher, another one. There, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a kingfisher in Shady Brook. I would buy a new if I'm looking at those models. Here's a Dove C, Mockingbird, Oriole, Mockingbird, Dove. What's wrong with these homes? I would look at maybe in this neighborhood here. What about this one? Kingfisher. You're looking at southeast. Well, it's against the Patio Villa neighborhood. This one's against Bar Boulevard. I would stay away from these homes, but maybe this one. Kingfisher C, Dove C, Mockingbird, Oriole, Kingfisher. Right here's your house. We just picked one out. It is discounted, 9,500, 1,929 square feet. Let's look at the Kingfisher floor plan. 20-foot deep garage. It's kind of shallow. Walking in, giant lanai. That's the beauty of that. Nook to, yeah, it's a nice house. And then it's not a split bedroom design, but who cares, right? You got a bathroom between you and your guests, so I wouldn't consider that to be a bad thing. Let's look at the Kingfisher, 2-car with a golf car. Just go to ADRC and ask them to put a wall in, or before you negotiate that in the price of the home, go to the village and say, I'll buy the home, but put a wall here. You're good to go. That's what I would do. I'll try to negotiate with the village. I think they would put at least a composite wall in, which would be better than no wall. Ask the villages to put a composite wall in here, because you don't want to watch your neighbors in the backyard. But there's a lot down here. Why wouldn't you want to buy a new? If you're interested in a Kingfisher, buy the new one. I would suggest. Someone asked about the garage. We are getting a 4-layer urethane with diamond grind and 2 urethane top coats and 100% broadcast flakes. Whatever that means. It sounds good in theory. Yeah, it does sound good in theory. That's the thing with these contractors in the villages. They want to differentiate themselves because there's 1,000 of these contractors in the villages, and they want to find a way to differentiate themselves from somebody else. But in fact, at the end of the day, they all look the same. They all will perform pretty much the same. So I don't think you should have to worry about all the weird vernacular they're using. At the end of the day, it's going to be a floor that's going to repel your oil, the water. It's going to look great. I don't think, I just looked the difference up between, there's a fly flying around here. I looked the difference up between urethane and epoxy. What is the difference between urethane and epoxy? I'll look it up for you. Urethane versus epoxy. So let's share this tab. So the big difference, because I hear villagers talking about, and actually I'm hearing real estate agents talk about epoxy. Oh, the floor is epoxy. It's epoxy. So that's kind of like the standard term. And you're talking about urethane is more flexible and resistant to UV rays, abrasion in certain chemicals, while epoxy is harder and more resistant to scratches and dents. So that's the deal. Urethane versus epoxy. And I think you can boil it down to that. Do you want an epoxy floor or do you want a urethane floor? Based on your comment. I don't know what's better. Urethane pros, highly resistant to UV light. Well, inside your garage, you don't care. But maybe on your driveway, you do, making it ideal for outdoor use in areas. More abrasion impact due to its flexibility, resistant to a wider range of chemicals, can have faster cure times. And I think this is the reason they're pushing urethane. It cures faster. They can do more jobs per month. That's probably the reason they're pushing urethane. It just cures faster. Cons can be more expensive. High sensitivity to humidity during installation. So install it during the winter months, maybe. It's probably a good time of year. November, probably a good time to install urethane. What's this guy? Epoxy forms a very hard and rigid surface that resists scratches and dents. Good for areas with heavy equipment. Chemically resistant. So there you go. That's the choice you should make. Do you want urethane or epoxy? To me, it looks like you want your garage floor epoxy and maybe the driveway outside urethane. That's the way it almost looks to me. But I don't know. Suffers from yellowing and chalking with UV exposure. Can become brittle over time. And there you have it. So that's what you have to decide. That is what you should decide. But it's above my pay grade as far as what it means. Well, we just went through that. We're helping you along here. That's good. Yes, Sam, maybe somewhere below 466A. I had a shark do my garage. It was nice. You had a shark. A shark? Yes, Sam, maybe below, but any choices for sure. I'm having a husband and wife team do my work. They live in Water's Edge, which gives me even greater confidence. That's going to give you greater confidence? Have they been doing it a long time? Or is it the first job? If you're going to be their guinea pig, I would shy away from it. But if they've been doing it for a long, long time, yeah. Yes, more water, more bugs. Yes, you're going to have mosquito issues down in the south. I never really talked about that, did I? But with all the water in the southern part of the villages, that is going to be one giant mosquito nest down here. So I think screening in your lanais are going to even be more important. But then again, it's Florida. There's mosquitoes everywhere. There's mosquitoes where I live. But here, you're going to have a lot of water. That area was all cow pasture. Those are man-made ponds. Most of them are man-made. But a lot of these are natural. It's hard to tell, I guess. Do they take natural water and they convert it to a retention pond? I don't know. I thought they did. But all I know is that it's statistically proven that there is a lot more water in the south part of the villages than in the north. And I know the villages are concerned about maintenance assessment fees rising because they can put fewer homes because of the water, and there's going to be more retention ponds that cost a lot of money to maintain. I know the villages is concerned about that. That is encouraging then, actually. Speaking of noise, do you think we'll be able to hear any of the entertainment from you at Saginaw? You might. You might. That's another reason I would stay away. You might. You mean here? Will you hear here? It's hard to say. Which way is the band stage facing? Is the band stage is facing north, isn't it? So if the band stage is facing north, you probably will hear the noise. Which way is the band stage facing? The band stage direction will have a big effect on it. I have a mobile hotspot when I am not at home. Oh, good. So you should be able to do that. I already signed up for the 1 gig through Centric. Probably overkill, but I'll try it out. Oh yeah, try it out. First, would you believe that I drank the Kool-Aid and bought 2 awesome 1 t-shirts? Who's selling awesome t-shirts? If I would sell a t-shirt, I'd say, what are you waiting for, would be on my t-shirt. Centric works good for me. What if I don't have enough bits? Brooksville is prehistoric. Okay, I've been quiet. J-Lo, I'm observing all the info you and your subscribers share. We did enjoy our lifestyle visit last month. J-Lo, are you buying a home, J-Lo? There's a rec center in Richmond. Homes less than 50 feet from the pickleball court. Makes message in C minor. Yes, that's true. Oh, you're going to close it in with glass. Are you going to put aircon in there, Suzette? Are you going to have them run an air conditioning duct? And it might be easy for them to do. Just add another duct, and these ducts are flexible pipes, and then put it into the ceiling of your lanai. And that would add a lot of value to your home. Then it would be actually considered a Florida room, and people want Florida rooms. They want aircon. And I don't think it would cost a lot to have a flexible air conditioning duct routed over to that spot. Let's take a look. Now you got me thinking. So here, let's take a look at what that home looks like. So we're going to look at her Serenity model. Let's look at the floor plan. Here's your lanai. I'm thinking, let's see. And here is your air handler right here. And this air handler will have flexible pipes running all over the home. You'll have a flexible pipe here in the front of the kitchen, one in the great room, one in the flex room. So I'm thinking that it would not be bad, it wouldn't be hard for them to install a flexible pipe. They would probably go into your great room area, and they would put like a T in there, and they would tee off of that, and they put a flexible pipe and run it over to the lanai. They'd punch a hole in the top of your lanai, and you'd have air con in there. That's what I would do. If you're going to go through the expensive glass, it's going to be hot in there if you just enclose it with glass. Garage party at Suzette's house. Looks good. Kimberly, you have been quiet. And you missed my live last week, Kimberly. What is wrong? Kimberly, welcome in. I wish they would stop putting carpet in. Well, you can buy Isabella Gardenville and no carpeting. Kimberly, we missed you. Yes, what happened to Kimberly? What's the actual definition of an island? I'm not sure if it technically we have one in our model. The Village's profit? You don't know what an island is? Well, it's not connected to anything. It's a piece of cabinetry that is really not connected to anything. So let's see if there's an island in the beautiful, awesome Saginaw model home. Let's see the island. No, there's no island there. Well, we can actually look at the floor plan. It might be easier. Floor plan. Is this considered an island? This might actually be considered an island. This is a refrigerator. This actually is an island. So let's put in the chat box below, does the Saginaw model have an island? Do you consider this sink area, is this an island or not? I would consider it an island. I would, why not? Because it's just a bank of cabinetry. It's not really attached to anything. I think it's an island. Final answer. Let me know what you think. We close in. Congratulations. We just booked our lifestyle visit for Thanksgiving week. Getting closer to our destination. Bring your jacket, Kimberly. If you're in the Villages on Thanksgiving, I remember a couple of years ago, it was like 41 degrees Fahrenheit on Thanksgiving Day. I had a hooded jacket on. So you're going to have to dress for all weather. It might be warm. It might be cold. Congratulations. Ours is December. Profit, your home has it's a peninsula. I don't know. I don't know. That to me is an island because it's really not attached to anything. A peninsula would be attached to something. Wouldn't it? Splitting Frogs here is a UK Kim. Please don't swing a dead cat. Peninsula, is that good? Yes, fine, Craig. It's not your kitchen. It's your oversized garage. It's your one-car garage. It's your corner lot. That's what makes your house different. That's why everybody wants your house. That's why Craig says you can make $75K if you wait 13 months. Don't worry about it. I can tell you're already losing sleep over it. We're making friends and haven't even moved to the bubble yet. Good vibes. I am sure the Villages would open. I would ask them. Asking's free. Why not? I would ask. Asking is free. Or negotiate. Hey, put a wall in, a composite wall in at cost. They might do it. They might not do it for free, but they might do it at cost. I'm just sad all my Canadian friends have left. Yeah, I know. I heard that the Canadians started leaving the Villages really around COVID. They've really never have come back, have they? I heard a lot of Canadians just never came back to Florida, not only the Villages, but anywhere in Florida. The tidal wave, something we can look up. Prophet, it sounds like your home is going to be. Is tidal wave something we can look up? Prophet, you want to look at a tidal wave? Oh, I don't know. Any argument for blinds, shutters? Blinds and shutters. I'll tell you where I bought mine, but Lowe's blind. Let's share this tab. Yes, I bought mine at Lowe's. I bought my blinds at Lowe's, and I bought this kind here that you can pull it down or you can push them up. I call them up-down blinds. You pull them down or you push them up. But they're the accordion. I did buy them at Lowe's. I measured my own windows. They're actually pretty easy to put in. I think it was 6 screws, 3 on each side. It was easy, and they were reasonably cheap. So I bought my blinds at Lowe's. You have to order them. It takes, I don't know, 2 weeks for them to come in. But then again, I'm not a big blind kind of guy, but I just did the cheap route. As always, that's what I am. I'm the cheapskate. Share this tab. Other than that, I don't know where to buy blinds. I've always, every house I've owned, I've always went to the Lowe's store, Home Depot store, wherever, and I just measured my own blinds, ordered it, and put them up. There's a ton of different contractors in the villages you can get blinds from. If there's anybody on the live stream that bought blinds from a contractor in the villages area and happy with them, leave a comment below. West Nile for everyone. Oh my God. Oops. Bluish gray. I'm way behind, am I? Will do. What are you waiting for? Move south. Oh my God. Move south? Are you kidding me? Move south? I'm going to wait for a few years. Right now, I'm very impatient. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to go on record saying I'm the most impatient man on earth. I want my conveniences. I don't want to take a car to the grocery store. I want to take a golf car. I don't want to wait for a restaurant. You know, I want to get a hamburger at McDonald's. I don't want to drive way up to Magnolia Plaza and wait in line for an hour because there's so many people there. Eastport's not open. I like to go to the town square. I like to get my margarita pizza or at the fire. What's it called? The fire something. It's the bar in Lake Sumter. I just want the convenience. I don't want to wait for the convenience. So I'm going to hold off the south. Maybe 5 years from now. Maybe 5 years from now. But I still think the south is going to be crowded. I think there's going to be too many people. It's going to be more people than restaurants, than grocery stores. I think it's going to be that way for a long time. It says we can call your blinds, our blinds are the same dust magnets. Yes. I never noticed the dust. But then again, when it comes to cleaning a house, I kind of do this. I don't look. If it builds up in the bathroom, I'll kind of wipe it down. Just so you know. Does anyone have experience with permanent lighting? From what I understand, after installation, you can control all your outdoor lights from an app on your phone. I don't know that. Permanent lighting. Permanent lighting. Don't know what to tell you. I have to do some research on that one. Great Lakes does some good quality blinds. I did mine there. Okay, there you go. Great Lakes blinds. For example, on a day like today when the Philadelphia Eagles won, we can light the outside of our Philadelphia Eagles, Green Bay Packers. You want me to get my Green Bay Packer hat out now? Congratulations to your Philadelphia Eagles. By the way, what are the NFL standings? I haven't kept up on the NFL standings 2025. Share this tab. Congratulations to those New England Patriots. I didn't know the Patriots were any good this year. Uh-oh. What happened to my standings? Oh, there they are. Patriots, Bills. The Patriots are better than the Bills. What's going on? Steelers, Aaron Rodgers and your Pittsburgh Steelers, Colts. Okay, where's my NFC? NFC Eagles 6-2, 3-1 at home, 3-1 away. Look at them Green Bay Packers. A tie? Oh my God. Look at the Green Bay Packers go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Seattle, the Rams, Niners, they're all good. Yes, congratulations to your Eagles, but you're going to lose to the Packers, I'm afraid to say. When it comes to playoff time, we have to make a bet. No, we can't say that on YouTube. City Fire. Yeah, that's it. City Fire. I like my margarita pizza at City Fire. By the time that Tim gets back to the USA, those will be touching. Do you think they'll be touching there by March? I'm thinking that in March. I already did a video what's going to open in May. In March, I'll be able to come down here and do videos of Long Prairie. I'll do some videos in Long Prairie in March when I get there. And then I'll probably end up doing some videos in LaGrange, these neighborhoods here. Anybody want to buy in here? This is Millionaires Row. I think Gold Wingnut hit it on the head. And I did talk to a sales representative about a year ago, and he indicated to me that this is going to be the spot right here. He told me that if there's going to be a new premier home neighborhood, which there won't be, he said if there would have been one, it would have been here. They would have put it right here on the north side of Central Lake. So he knew that a year ago already, that this is going to be awesome homes and lots. But it's not, I don't think it's going to be a dedicated premier home neighborhood. I think you're going to have premier homes along the lake. And on the inside, I think you're going to have designer homes. That's what I predict. Inside designer homes, outside premier homes. That's what I think is going to happen. But it's not all premier homes. It's the days of the Bridgeport at Lake Sumter premier home neighborhoods. I think those days are over. You can find the Jets by looking for a goose. Are you a Jets fan? That's hilarious. Update, Green Bay 7. Come on. Are they on? You're going to make me end the live stream and watch them. God. I want Green Bay to beat Aaron Rodgers. I really do. Thanks for the update, though. Keep me posted as long as this live stream's going. I've been on those lots for 400K the last 3 days, and there have been people swarming on them. Gonna sell fast tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. I don't know what it is. What is the deal with $400,000 lots selling fast? Yeah, they're hyping this up down here. But if you want a designer home that's going to hold a value, look in this neighborhood here, especially southward, the southern edge of this neighborhood, like this lot for $9,000. If you're want a designer home, buy it. I think these homes in this area are going to hold their value. If you're looking at investment and you want to buy a home or build a home and turn around and sell it for $100,000 more, this is your area to be. This is going to be quiet. Even the east side of this neighborhood, this is all going to be sweet spot. People are going to want to be right next to the town square. But after they buy these homes, they're going to sit on the patio looking over the lake, and they're going to hear the blasting of the band, and they're going to say, maybe I should have bought this home here for $400,000 or $1 million. If I would be buying one of these 400K lots, I would be buying it probably way over here, closer on the west side. Because if you buy a lot here, you are going to get blasted with music. every night because you're located adjacent to the viewing island right here. So if you want a little more quiet, you'd probably buy on the western side. But I think you're probably going to be happier if you buy a designer home lot here, because you're going to be nice and close. You just come down this road right here, right here to this town square. You're 3 minutes away. But then again, you're going to hear noise. I believe that the band stage is facing north. The speakers are going to be facing north. And any home in this area, and I probably should have thought about this when I was telling you about LaGrange, these homes all in here, you're going to hear noise, band noise, every night. Again, do you want your tranquility? Do you want your tranquility? These people are going to spend $1 million and they're not going to have any tranquility. Is that how you want to spend your retirement? You let me know in the chat box below. The lights are very bright off Eastport. Those are too close. Yeah, I would agree too. Yeah, you're going to have lights. Absolutely. Better hope the bands are good. And that's the thing of it is, most of the bands in the villages are quasi terrible. There's only a handful of really good bands, and when the really good bands play, town squares pack in the people, lots of people. But for the most part, the average daily run-of-the-mill band in the villages, I think every one of us on the live stream today could sing karaoke better than 70% of the bands that play in the villages. You talk about, you want the honest YouTube channel of the villages? That's your honest opinion. Stage is facing south, but it's going to be loud. Oh, it is facing south. So that's going to help. That is going to help that the stage is facing south. So all the noise is going to blast the Water's Edge people. So if you're living in these neighborhoods here, you're going to hear band noise, which is good. Yeah, it's still going to be loud, but it's going to be much better. If the band is facing south, that kind of saves these lots in Water's Edge, or I mean in LaGrange. You should be able to live in LaGrange without too much issues, if that's the case. Watch the rest of it. Yeah, I'm going to watch the rest of it. Prophet, that place is so isolated. Wow, confusing me why you would move there to be in the villages. What? What place? To Prophet? His place isn't isolated. He's going to have tranquility. He has, outside of the pickleball court, he's going to have tranquility. He's going to have tranquility on this giant lot. Look at the size of the lot right here. I think he's going to have tranquility. The big unknown, though, is the pickleball. But I think he's in a good location for the most part. Fancy Reagan was great. Not all bands are bad. I think it depends on how much you drink. The bands get better the more you drink. So hopefully they have a couple of good restaurants down there that have good happy hours, so you can tolerate some of the band noise. The Enclave people are selling and moving to the Central Lake lots with the profits. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, why not? Take your profits and move, because the Enclave is isolated. I'm telling you, the Enclave, why would people live there? Where is the Enclave? It's down over here, right? Let's do the pre-owned homes. This is the Enclave, I think, right? Yeah. The Enclave, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around you. There's absolutely nothing near the Enclave. If you want peace and tranquility and isolation, You live in the enclave, and then you have all this water, and there's a lot of forest. This is the Natural Wildlife Preserve. You're going to have a lot of mosquitoes here, a lot of tranquility. This is the opposite end of the spectrum. You go from Eastport, where there's no tranquility, to the enclave, where the silence is deafening, if I could use the terminology. So I don't know why anybody would want to live in the enclave. They're going stir crazy with silence right now. It's an oxymoron. The silence is deafening. Prophet was talking about the enclave. Yes. Okay. Kimberly Eastport lights are 10 times brighter. Really? Why are they so bright? It's interesting. Prophet and I will co-host from the Prime and Embers upstairs patio in November. Okay, you do that. You let me know. We'll get you set up. We will do the real Villages of YouTube. Sound good, Sam? Sounds good. Well, what time is it? I need to. It's an hour and 41 minutes of us babbling about nothing. It's been awesome, though. I like it. I hope everybody is catching the real truth. I'm not going to sell earplugs or earbuds on this channel. You will never see me sell earbuds. Count me in, Craig. Yeah, we'll just do a whole deal. We'll have everybody group up. I think I'd rather have the Eastport lights or the ball field lights than the lights from the prison. I thought we were going to at least go one live stream without mentioning the prison, but Kimberly, you're welcome to mention it. I thought one live stream. Then we have hundreds of white lights in Eastport, plus the hotel. Yeah, it's going to be bright lights, big city down in the south. Bright lights in big city. Yeah, we're going to wrap this show up. The next time you go live, I will officially be a villager. Congratulations, everybody. In the chat box below, put clapping emojis for the Prophet. Congratulations, Prophet, on being the newest. I don't know how to spell it. Oh my God, Kimberly, waiting on streams of dreams. Cruise. Yeah, we all missed you, Kimberly. Yeah, you had to throw the prison in. Well, it wouldn't be like you without it. Prophet, we'll see you on the 31st. Good night. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Hour and 43 minutes. Take care. It's awesome. And yeah, thank you for the emojis. I can't find my emojis on my computer laptop. But awesome. Thanks. We'll go live again approximately same time next week. Clapping emojis. Yes, thank you. Take care. I'm going to log off. See you in cyberspace. See you next week. Congratulations to Prophet and anybody, and Suzette, who bought a new home in the Isabel Garden Villas. Peace out. Take care. Stay safe, everyone. Bye, J-Lo.